All right, let's talk about the dark sides of being on semen retention, the dark side of semen retention. I will be giving you the perspective of 260 days on this semen retention streak. Last year I set the challenge of hitting 365 days in a row on a streak. I'm over 2/3 of the way there. So I have some experience here that I will speak to. Hopefully you get some value out of this. Let's dive in. So the dark sides of semen retention that I have experienced, I've written down 5 of them, and I'm sure I could have come up with more, but these are 5 of the big ones. Let's do this. Number 1, I'm going to do these in a different order. Number 1, internal work. If you're new to semen retention, guys, or you're just kind of jumping into this, you're on a shorter streak, you're going to be thinking that it's all still about the physical benefits, that it's all about the glow, the pump, the eyes, the hormones, the testosterone, the getting more women, getting more attention, all that stuff. You're going to think it's about that. But really, it is about the internal work. And this is a positive thing, but I'm saying the dark side because it is difficult. And I know that's a limiting belief, but I want to speak to what I've been experiencing so far. It is not easy. this thing, guys. You naturally are transforming the internal operating system of your body, your mind. You're rewiring your mind. There are dopamine detoxes going on as you separate, decouple yourself from lust and that programming. And it's just like an onion, and you peel away one layer and oh, there's another layer, peel away another layer, oh, there's another layer. You just keep doing that. You're like, holy crap, how many layers are there to this onion? It is not necessarily going to be the easiest thing you ever do. It will be the most worthwhile thing that you do. It will be up there in the most fulfilling thing that you probably do for yourself. But it is not easy. There is a dark element because you're working through all these traumas and these internal things, but you're also going to have to start to confront and deal with your shadow and see how you're actually showing up in life, who you're showing up as. Maybe the people you've blamed in the past aren't the ones to blame. Maybe it's you, right? Maybe I played a bigger role in everything than I realized, right? There's a lot of internal stuff, but just beyond that is the next version of yourself. Working through this internal stuff, that's where the real transformation comes. And again, when the Bible says transform yourself by the renewing of your mind, it's like, oh, what does that look like? And I've done videos around that stuff, guys, the internal work and the process and like what's actually happening in the brain. So if you want to know more about that, let me know, drop a comment. Maybe I'll make more videos about that. But that's the first thing, guys. One of the really dark things about it is the internal work, how difficult that is, and you're not aware of it. It just kind of sneaks up on you. And oftentimes, guys, that stuff comes in the form of flat lines. And man, a tough flatline, guys, is gonna make you wonder. It's gonna make you question everything. Why am I doing this? Semen retention. This is shitty. I want to be done. I don't enjoy anything in it anymore. Like I feel like I'm getting depressed or everything's changing. It's like, yeah, that is literally what happens during crazy deep detoxing with your body. So just be ready for that. Number 2, I have waking up in the matrix. Yeah, guys, you want to wake up to the realities of this life and what's going on. Jump on semen retention. The longer that you do it, the more it starts to change you, the more it starts to rewire you. You get your energy back. You start looking around. You're going to realize this shit is not what we were told. It is not what we were sold. And guess what? The majority of people aren't willing to wake up and face it. And you're going to realize, oh, I'm learning things about life that most people do not want to hear, do not want to experience. And it's a bit of what they call a mind fuck, right? It's a bit of a difficult thing to really start to learn and then figure out, what do you do with it? How do you move forward in life, knowing what you know, knowing this information, putting this stuff to use. You're quite literally waking up in the Matrix, guys. Just be aware of this. You are becoming Neo in the Matrix. You're raising your vibration, you're raising your consciousness, your awareness, your frequency. And the next one that I had that could kind of be the same thing, but I'll just say this, is you become a threat. Let me just give this analogy. Was it one of the Rockefellers, I believe? It's like, I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers. Thank him for building the school systems and the education system, by the way. Makes a lot of things make sense when you look around these days. Why? Why would they want that? Because, well, if they've got a nation of people that just work and don't think for themselves, they're not a threat. But here's the thing, on semen retention, guys, you start being a threat. And like I just said, you start to wake up in the Matrix, you start to look around, you start to question things, and now you as a man, you actually have the backbone, the spine, the energy to put your foot down and say, no, I do not accept this. No, there's a better way that we could be doing this. No, this can't be the only way for society to run, to operate, for things to work. No, this can't be the only way. And now you've actually got the balls to stand there and say, no, and try me, see what happens. You become a threat, right? You kind of become a threat to society as it currently is. The good news is that is going to fuel you completely, transforming your life and aiming this energy at the things that you really want in life, and just watch what happens. It's going to be awesome. But one of the darker sides is, guys, like, you then become a threat to the Matrix. Does the Matrix necessarily love that? Probably not. I would assume that if some farmer has a flock of 100 sheep, we'll call ourselves the sheep, previously asleep, and then one of them wakes up, and that thing starts to realize, like, wait, why are we doing everything that one shepherd over there keeps saying we're doing? Like, I know he says he's protecting us, but, like, I'm actually looking around, I'm like, oh no, I see way better ways for us to exist and operate. Oh, hey, look it, there's always been this gate open in the fence. Like, oh, hey, everybody, over here. It's like, now you're the sheep, like, leading all the other sheep astray. It's like, okay, shepherd's probably going to get rid of you. You're probably going to be chosen for a family feast, or given away, or whatever, right? Because you're a threat to the well-being of everything else. Maybe that's a good analogy, maybe it's not. But what I'm trying to say is, society is built to have a nation of workers, of people that don't think for themselves, of people that are sheep, that go where they're told, do what they're told, operate how they're told, right? They're probably not interested in somebody thinking for themselves. A man standing up in his masculine energy and saying, no, make me, let's do something, I'm gonna do this differently. And just watch the movies, The Matrix. What happens when Neo wakes up and starts to say, hey, no, this is messed up, there's a better way to do this, I'm gonna free people, I'm gonna wake people up, whatever. Battle begins, right? He gets attacked. And that leads me into the fourth thing, guys. Spiritual battles, spiritual war. The unseen is the thing that is really creating everything that we do see behind the scenes. The 4D, the 5D, dripping down to the 3D. Life is spiritual, guys. You really start to dive into energy and how energy and the science of the quantum physics, everything actually overlaps with the spiritual aspects of life. Look at it with the Bible, with just all these stories of old. It's like, oh, things actually overlap quite a bit here, spiritually. And a lot of guys on Semen Retention will say, oh no, I'm being spiritually attacked, like weird things are happening. Women are suddenly peering out of the woodwork that are like exactly my type and just like wanting to bang and take my energy. I'm gonna get into a post about that, or a video about that, because I was just reading one of Bogdan's posts and I was like, dude, this is gold. I'm making a video about this. And I've also experienced similar things. Him talking about that woman, the red dress, coming up and basically just saying, let's bang tonight. I was sent by the Matrix to drain you. It's like just joking on it, but also like, this is weird. Say what you want about this, guys. Oh, I know the other element here is, well, we all create our realities. We can only have things happen to us if we believe that it's possible. Like, yes, I get that. I know that approach exists. But there's also the element too of, guys, like, we're constantly sending and receiving information and thoughts and signals, and not every thought, not everything you think, not everything you get hit with is necessarily yours. And I've learned that as an empath, where it's easy to take on the energy of people around you, the energy of things around you, and then you're like, why do I feel so gross? What is this? It's like, oh, this isn't mine. This isn't my energy. I got to get rid of this. I picked this up again. I need to get rid of that thing. So just be intentional, guys. Just be aware of, like, okay, be checking yourself, checking your thoughts, checking your emotions. Weird things might start coming up on this semen retention journey, guys, to potentially try to derail you. Is it spiritual warfare? Is that just life playing out? Is all of life spiritual? So it's not necessarily spiritual warfare. Maybe everything is just life and warfare in a way. Just something to think about, something to ponder. So just be aware of that. And then the fifth thing, guys, the dark side of semen retention, is you're going to realize that saying, have you heard of that saying where they say it's lonely at the top? What does that mean? Because here's what's interesting. On semen retention, I found that I'm a lot, like infinitely less lonely than I was before I started this streak. I promise you. Infinitely less lonely. I absolutely still have this desire for a high-value woman that I can go all in on and invest in and just have a great relationship at some point. But I'm not lonely with myself anymore. Like, I'm content. But what you're going to realize, guys, is once you start to raise your frequency, which naturally happens in semen retention, you're going to raise your consciousness, which is going to raise your baseline emotion, your energy. And via the law of attraction, right, you are going to vibrate at a certain frequency. You're going to attract similar frequencies, like frequencies. But the thing is, the higher you start to go up, the more internal work you start to do, the more you start to develop yourself, you're going to realize, oh, I fit in less and less with the majority of people. Or as my last reference, the sheeple. I resonate and relate less and less and less with those people. And you're going to find, number one, you don't even want to be around them. That's the first thing. Two, you're going to find people, things, circumstances start to just fall away in life and slip away. You're going to realize, oh, is this why they say it's lonely at the top? It's not that there aren't other people at the top. It's just like, given, let's go with what we're told, 8 billion people on this plane of existence. How many of them are operating at their very best versions of themselves, right? Probably not very many. And if you are working towards operating the best version of yourself. Most people aren't interested in that. Naturally, you're not going to resonate with most people. And you might spend a season alone, in isolation. And maybe that is a good thing. There's a lot of stories about the heroes of tribes that have to first go away for years and deal with isolation and break themselves down and tear themselves down and then rebuild themselves as a warrior, only then to return to the tribe and then save the tribe from the thing, the hero's journey, right? You're on the hero's journey with Semen Retention. You're on the hero's journey. The thing about the hero's journey is you don't get to just be like everybody else. You don't get to go watch all the movies and go have all the fun and be asleep to and naive to whatever is going on. No, that's the average person in the tribe. But you have chosen to not be that and instead be the warrior, the hero, the one that wants to stand out and change things. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That is noble, but you need to understand that that comes with periods of isolation. That's going to come with valleys that you're going to be like, why did I choose this? But really, it's going to build you and equip you with the skills and the mentality and the version of yourself, by the way, that is now built to climb that mountain and then climb the next mountain, climb the mountain, do the thing that you want to be doing. But that process, it takes killing off an old version of you to rebuild the next version, to kill off the old version, to back and forth. Most people aren't going to want to do that. So you're going to start to resonate less and less with those around you. You might be called the black sheep. You might be called whatever, an outcast, an outlier, whatever it is. This is why they're going to say, you're going to start to realize they say it's lonely at the top. Now, eventually, you're going to start to attract other lone wolves at the top, and then you're going to start to get into a really cool pack of men that are motivated, inspired, and like doing things like that. That's awesome. But just to know that there's going to be some isolation to get there, and that is one of the dark sides of this, guys. You're going to be faced with yourself, and you have to be able to support yourself and be there for yourself. And nobody else can do this for you. It's just you. So there you have it, guys. Those are 5 of the dark sides of semen retention. Most guys aren't talking about, aren't teaching about, and you won't really know about it until you start to do it. To get pushed into the deep end, you have to start swimming and experiencing some of this stuff. You're like, oh, okay, I wasn't aware of this. I wasn't aware this was part of the thing that I signed on for. Hopefully that helps some of you. Let me know in the comments. Was that helpful? Did you get anything out of this? Did I miss any? Hope that helped. Peace, love, abundance to you all. I'll catch you on the next one.